Good morning, fifth grade. This assignment is going to be for both cohort A and cohort B. We are going to be creating a virtual radial design. So what you are going to need today is Autodesk Sketchbook. If you do not have that app, you are going to go into self-service, and it is on here alphabetically. So if you don't have it, Autodesk Sketchbook should be at the top, and the icon is this orange square with a little pencil on it. If you already do have that, that's great. You're going to open that up and you will see that I was working on a different project and that my digital canvas is a rectangle. Now, if you remember by working with me in class, your digital canvas is going to need to be a square in order to do a radial design. So I need to come up with a new canvas. So I'm going to push the little button. It's a rectangle. It has 3 dots and 3 lines. It's at the very top. I'm going to click on that and it will come up and I'm going to click New Sketch. Now, right now, you can see that it's still giving me a rectangle, and there's this little link, and mine is already broken. Right now, I'm going to click it, and now it's back together. If that little link near the bottom next to the W and the H and the numbers, if that link is together, when you try to change your canvas into a square, I normally do 2000, you can change the width, but you can't change the height. And if you try to change the height, you can't change the width. And that is because it is linked together. So what you need to do is click that little link icon so that it is broken. And then I go to width. And again, I normally do 2000 by 2000. I click done. And then I click the button create. And then I'm just going to discard my current sketch. If you were working on something and you want to save it, then you can click save. I'm going to click discard. I don't need this. Discard. And it comes up with a square like this. Now, I like to see my entire canvas, so I'm going to drag my fingers together into a pinch so that I can see the entire thing. So again, I'm taking my 2 fingers and I'm bringing them close together so that I can come out from my canvas and I can see the entire thing. Okay? If you have never used Autodesk Sketchbook before, that is completely fine. You can take some time today to mess around with all of the different tools that are on this side. You can see I'm moving it right now. There's a pencil tool, a marker tool, a pen. There's some paintbrushes, some erasers, okay? I'm not going to go through all of those things with you right now, but if you have never used it before, again, I would take some time before you start this project to go through and mess around and decide what materials and what tools you like to use. I normally keep mine on this little pen, and if I click on it, I can change the size of my pen, so that's going to change the thickness. And I can also change the opacity. The opacity is going to be like how see-through the material is. I normally like to keep my opacity at 100% when I'm doing projects like this. But maybe if you want to add color later, you might want to change the opacity. It's up to you, okay? To do a radial design, up at this top bar, you'll see there's a paint bucket, a ruler, there's some other things up here. You are going to click on the icon that has like a dashed line going up and down, and then this kind of wavy thing on each side of the dashed line, and you're going to click on that. This is going to give you symmetry. Now, if you only have the vertical symmetry selected, that means it's up and down, and you draw on one side, anything that you draw on this side is going to happen to the other side. Okay, I'm going to click the back arrow and get rid of that. Now, if you only have the horizontal symmetry selected, you are going to have symmetry up and down instead of side to side. So anything that you draw on the top is going to be drawn on the bottom. But again, that is not radial design. That is just symmetry over the horizontal line or symmetry over the vertical line. So again, I'm going to push my back arrow and get rid of that. What you need to do is you need to click on the first 2 symmetries, which is going to give you symmetry over the vertical line and symmetry over the horizontal line, which means when you draw in quadrant 1, oops, and I moved that on accident, so that is a good thing to know. If you accidentally touch this right here, it's going to move. So try to avoid that. That was my mistake, but I'm glad I did it so that you know what to not do, okay? If I start drawing in this quadrant, everything that I draw in quadrant 1 is going to happen in 2, 3, and 4, just like we did in person on our own, okay? Again, everything that I draw here is going to happen here. If you want to change the color of your pen, you're going to click over on this dot over here, and this will come up on your screen, and you can change the color. So maybe I want to use a red pen instead. Okay. And I'm drawing my designs. And you can get crazy with it because you essentially are only decorating or designing one quadrant. And then what's great about the app is it does the rest for you. 5th grade, when you have finished your radial design and you have added all the details you want to add, added all the colors you want to add, you can do one of two things. You can either push the power button and the home button and screenshot your project, or you can click this first button at the top that has the 3 dots and the 3 lines. Click this, click share, and then do save image, and it will save to your photo library. From there, you need to go into Schoology. You need to go into the folder that says September 11th, day 7. You need to go into the folder that is the Miss Hout Turn-In folder, and you need to upload your media to that folder. I am going to be checking all of these folders throughout the day, and I'm super excited to see what you all create. Everyone, awesome job this week, and have a good weekend.